Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Hivecast, the Utah Smash podcast. I am your host, Fleepy, as always, and today we have a very special guest star with us. Risky is a competitor and fellow nestmate in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and he usually attends the Claw Arena weekly along with me. So, welcome, Risky.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Starting off here today is some exciting news. The Utah Smash for Twitter has come back and now it's just renamed to Utah Smash. And it's headed by Yep and Temporary Plan. So right now what they're doing mostly is they're just including photos of top 8 in the weeklies at the scenes. Any weekly will basically get a top 8 photo, besides Cash Valley and Sota, just because they're considered different scenes most of the time. And they do look pretty good. I'm pretty sure Yep makes them, and they're mostly just made a day or two after the weekly is finished. So, what are your thoughts on them? Do you like them, or what could be improved, or anything of that sort?
Personally, I think it's pretty good. You know, I don't think anything really needs to be changed. I don't know, maybe they could improve on it a little bit more over time, but I think overall, I think it's gonna go pretty well.
Yeah, one thing, I'm not sure if they do this already, but I would be happy to see if they included sponsors on there, because now I'm a sponsor of, then they could include, like, Armada, and they could include Joe, and then they could include...
Let's go, Joe!
Yeah, they can include all sorts of things. Hopefully we get more sponsors soon, word going around that there will be more sponsors soon. So, what are your thoughts on that? Are you happy, or you think it's gonna be too much, or what?
I think having sponsors for our PR players is awesome, and we should definitely try to strive for that. Because, first of all, it'll push our scene more out, and it'll make Utah more known. When we when we win major. Okay, that was a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, if we get like top 16, top 8s in majors, yeah, I get where you're coming from. And yeah, that's basically the reason they're doing the top 8 photos anyway, is because Texas started doing it with their Ultimate Shockwave weeklies, which is one of the top 10 biggest weeklies in the nation, along with Land King. So they just decided to start doing that as well. So I think definitely what you're coming from is good, because it's definitely growing the scene, which is anything that can help grow the scene is victory in my book.
Yep.
Next up on here we have even more exciting news. Joe Cycle has started a new bi-weekly up in Clearfield called the Dark Prime Weekly, and the main thing that makes this different from other weeklies around the state is that the Dark Prime Weekly has a brand new rule set. So it goes as follows: hazards on Smashville and Town City, and then hazards off Battlefield, PS2, and Final Destination for the starters. And then for counter picks, Lilac Cruise, Fountain of Dreams, Unova Pokemon League, and Kalos Pokemon League. So it's kind of a controversial rule set right now. I think some people are they're kind of unhappy with certain things, like maybe Unova, or maybe that Yoshi's story was replaced. What are your thoughts on the whole rule set and the bi-weekly in general?
I think this bi-weekly is gonna. I think it'll probably go fine. I just think the rule set, especially like hazards on stuff, might not go well. I like the whole aspect of like the hazards on Smashville and like Town City. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's fine too.
I don't like Unova. I don't think they should have had Unova on there.
What's the problem with Unova?
Unova, I just don't like the bottom of the stage. The bottom of the stage, it can kind of give people sometimes, or especially like
teleport recoveries.
Especially that kind of teleport recoveries.
They don't hug the stage as well, which is a common problem I've heard. So hopefully Sakura will be able to patch it out. If not, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but it's definitely a unique bi-weekly, and it starts today at 6:30. So if anyone wants to come, I would strongly recommend it, since this is probably gonna be the only weekly around with this sort of rule set. And finally, for our ultimate news, we have Crown 2. Crown is back. Land King's premier major happened last summer. I went to it, got completely destroyed, but that was okay because I think it was a very well run tournament, and I think it's gonna be even bigger this year. Stroder took it last time, and I'm pretty sure it was either Project or Cosmos in second place, but Bestness got like fourth. But I think he's definitely been improving since then, and I think he's gonna do really well. But it's already got like 80 something entrants. I'm pretty sure it's definitely people know how good it is, and they're ready for a sequel since this has kind of been highly demanded. Are you planning on going?
Considering how big Crown 2 is gonna be and how awesome and hype it's gonna be, I'm probably gonna end up going. I'm probably just gonna be like a spectator though, because I don't really want to go into the tournament. Kind of lose money because I don't have a job, you know.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm definitely gonna go though, and I'm just gonna spectate because I think it would be an awesome experience, and I could just learn more about the game, and that could help improve. It help me improve on the mechanics in the game.
Yeah. So one thing.
Especially learning, and especially considering that there's gonna be a lot of really good players there, you know.
Yeah, like Bestness, Mint, Tomato, BBW, Tiberius, Temp. They've all been confirmed so far. And one thing in Melee news that makes this more unique is that they're finally having Melee singles and doubles for Crown 2 this year. So maybe they'll be able to make that a major as well, since GTX kind of didn't do as well compared to other years this year for Melee. It was kind of a regional instead of a major this year, which was like, it was too bad, but hopefully Crown 2 will be able to provide Utah with another Melee major. So that was basically it for Melee news, but in Project M news, Trophy Tussle happened, obviously, and I think it went pretty well. We got our max amount of entrants, 40 entrants, and OKP number 2 in Utah Melee took first place, and so congratulations to him. Next time, I'm going to try and make it a monthly, although I might not be able to do it in March. I want to try and make it Trophy Tussle a monthly, and I'll definitely have Project M again. And I definitely have been taking in feedback and ways to improve it. Risky, what are some ways that you think went? What do you think went right, and what could be improved?
I think overall the tournament went really well. I think the venue was
a little small, yeah.
Because like we weren't expecting that many. Yeah, you weren't expecting that many entrants, I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and so the smaller venue was kind of a pain to navigate, but overall it was a pretty good tournament. You know, it was chill. Not to mention the Wendy's across the street. Very nice, very convenient.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get a bigger venue. So I've been working out things right now, and we're definitely going to improve it, make it much better. And I'm going to try and make it a monthly, so that'll be good because we'll have a PM monthly. And it actually was kind of impressive because PM got like 19 entrants. So that was kind of insane, and I'm kind of glad that it did. So thank you everyone for signing up for PM. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, because I obviously enjoy PM. Some people like want Melee, and I get it, but the main reason I did PM is because the PM scene is dead here in Utah, and Melee is getting revived, especially with the Land King weeklies coming back or just starting up. I don't know if they were I don't know if they happened before this, but I definitely think that
pretty sure they're starting it up.
Okay, yeah. I think PM does have some potential, and I hope that it could keep growing. And now for the interview section. Risky, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I hope you have some good answers for me today. Yeah, so to start off here, what drives you to compete and play the game?
I'm very passionate about the game. I have a lot of fun playing it. I just think it's awesome to be able to compete, and like, I really want to like, kind of prove myself, you know. Want to put my name out there and prove I can be really good at the game, and that's what I'm striving for. And so like, when I have losses, it's kind of disappointing, but I always come back to the game because it's just so much fun, and I really love playing the game.
And
And I
what?
love the community, and it's so nice.
Yeah, what do you do to try and improve yourself at the game?
Um, well, that's kind of the hard part for me because I actually don't have a GameCube adapter, so I have to play with my old Pro controller. But
Oh,
even then, I still keep practicing at my home, at least like for an hour every day, practicing stuff in training mode,
so what do you
especially
practice?
NES stuff.
Do you practice combos or
Uh,
matchups or what?
Usually just combos for Ness and Yoshi, but Yoshi's kind of simple.
Yeah,
I'm mostly just working on Ness and his Psy-Magnet tricks, and then I'm definitely trying to learn the Lucina matchup, or just like Swordy matchups in general.
yeah. Lucina is definitely Ness's worst matchup, and it's really hard to
Yeah.
try and beat her with Ness. Why do you go to the Claw Arena Weekly over other ones? Is it because it's closer, or is it because it's $5, or what is it?
Well, it's just I go to Quarina the most simply because it's like 10 minutes away from my house, and it's only $5. So like, I'm not really losing much when I go there, you know. And overall, it's just a fun time, you know. Like we get a pretty good amount of people there to play friendlies with, but not too many, so it's not crowded.
Yeah, I
And
kind of wish though
it's
there was
just
a few more people because it's a big venue and we could definitely use
yeah,
some more people. So
yeah.
yesterday we got about like 10 newcomers, which was a good thing. How do you think people are gonna join just the scene in general, not even just the Clarina Weekly?
How people are gonna join?
Yeah, how do you think
Um,
people will like enter the scene? Because we don't just get 10 newcomers randomly off the street.
yeah. I don't know. I think people might just. That's I have no idea, to be honest.
Okay, that's respectable. I think I think it might just be because they just like you said they like the game too and they would like to
Yeah,
compete as well.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, anything else that you would like to say? Like do you have any questions for me or anything that you want to get out there?
Um, no, I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on to this episode of the Hivecast, Risky. I hope you enjoyed the interview and just talking about topics that are going on this week and all sorts of things.
Yep. Thank you, Fleepy, for having me on. I had a great time. This was awesome. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. And thank you, the viewer, for watching or listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed the topics we talked about, just the new things that are going on in the scene, and the interview with Risky. Yeah, he's a nice guy. So I hope you enjoyed this as well. If you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. Thank you all for 100 subscribers, by the way. We recently hit that, and it's been a while, but I'm glad that I was finally able to hit it. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you next week.